Okay, so I'm gonna talk about my life again. My first job was at a Burger King in town, and it taught me a lot. How shit jobs are, how hard it is to save money. Yeah, this was back in well, no, not sixth form. It was community college. We had some downtime, I think, and I was like, I kind of need work. I need this. I felt kind of pathetic for having to rely on my parents all the time, so I was like, fuck it, let's add this on my plate. Only did it for a few months, but I did end up getting like opener position and stuff, which was pretty cool, I'd say. Then again, there was so few people. Most of them weren't gonna do what I was gonna do anyway, so it's not impressive or anything really. It did make me happy and appreciative of how hard it is to survive the real world. This kind of will tie into a future video I will make where I'm gonna recommend teenagers to start part-time work or full-time work ASAP, as soon as possible, because of the life lessons it teaches you. Anyway, my next job was a warehouse job after I applied at an agencies after missing my apprenticeship, but boat at the community college. For those that you don't know, doing like an engineering thing, 2 years, got pretty good grades. Pretty much the highest grade you can get. Missed like 5% of the marks, basically, essentially. Even less than that, maybe. And I just fucked up because I didn't account for job searching. I was too zoned in on thinking that I could do that later. And it became the current year, basically. I got lost in the sauce super badly, borrowing that phrase from Harbonator. He did say that in the video I watched. So yeah, at this agency job, manufacturing female products, not warehousing female products. And my first week was like 6-7 days for 8 hours, I think. Very exhausting. The first ever jump back into a full work week. And I accidentally earned more than my parents did, and I was like, damn, is this really the standard for where I live? So it was very revealing and surprising. That was until about 4 months, everything I quit. I hesitated to start work again as I dreaded it more and more until about 4. As a start, I never had any real serious savings. I could have had at least 20 to 15k easily if I did some easy saving. That is very true. If I had actually fully zoned in, fully dedicated myself, currently be sitting on 45,000, 60,000 pounds. If I was zoned in properly, actually thinking about my future, and very intensely, just as intensely as I was focusing on, that I focused on getting good grades in community college because of the fuck up I had. If I did that for savings, I would have been fucking loaded by now. That's so sad to think about. I should stop thinking about that for now. There's no point thinking about it except for as a reminder of what you should do and not to fuck up like that. Once again, consistency was the actual issue. No matter what I had to do, I dropped things out of my life again and again. Yeah, so this self-character analysis for myself, and maybe a learning lesson for you guys, if you're ever in my position, if you're younger than me. Please get really good at consistency. The consistency skill is pretty much everything in life. It's like the number one thing that will determine if you're successful or not. Good meta skill for that. Lifting teaches you all about consistency. It's like the basis, and it has self benefits too. So it's just a panacea of wonderful benefits to everything, really, if you think about it. Although I feel like I'm mentally in the right headspace now to pursue absolute, unquestionable Even if feeble consistency, it's like creating a fire. You must stoke the tiny ember of work in the full fire is your potential. You must work on it constantly. What I'm trying to say when I say that is consistency is a skill that you should develop real early as well, and that you will suck at first. So if you're a teen, if you're like 16, I don't know, I'm just gonna start doing sixth forms or community college, then uni, you should get into gymming, because that will teach you through the carrot and stick approach, where the carrot is bigger gains, faster gains, strong strength. Stick is lower self-esteem from not doing the thing you want to do. It's analogous to life. And if you're really good at doing that, I'm pretty sure you would be very good at things outside of that. For example, saving or working or other hobbies or developing other skills, relationships, good and bad habits. You could minimize them better if you had learned from gym work as well. You know, even if working on jobs was the worst play, I should have still embraced it, because later down the line I could have chosen something else anyway. So yeah, this is like an approach to life. If you are gonna do something, do it well, do it very well, and in like six months time you can change again. You can go down a different road. If you're on a crossroads of life, you just have to embrace whatever you're gonna do. Don't do it half-assedly. Story of my life right there. Don't half-ass anything. What you do day to day about doesn't matter as much as the process, the fulfillment, the daily struggle. That's what ultimately matters in life. Yeah, that's like self-improvement, for example, is exactly what I'm talking when I'm describing this consistency issue. Self-improvement is all about not how much you do in the day, it's about how many days you can do it. It's how many, not even the streak, just how many days did you pursue something, got better. If you got 1% better every day, you know, that's like 3.16 times better than you started off start of the year. And this is like building up momentum. Consistency is building up momentum. Once you're very consistent, it's very hard to stop being consistent, or it's very easy to still stay consistent. Rather, maintenance is very easy. Hard bar is to build up to it. So I wrote the script 6 months ago, I believe. I'll just tally you up what I've written for investments. Okay, so I can only say that I had 1,700 in investments and 600 in savings. I used to try and put it off the ground, but problem was actually that once again consistency with uploading, as well as too much optimism and faith on hardly a lot at all. I had 5k in savings, but that's well run dry by my poor planning and saving. Yeah, 5,000. Imagine losing 5,000. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me at all. 5,000. That's exactly what I need right now. I need 5,000 currently for the next step. Hey, taking a risk. So what happens when you take a risk? So there's no point regretting it, because you can't change it. Despite that, I'm hopeful. This time around on the rodeo of life, I will be different, as long as I don't let the money get to my head and remember what the Excess is for essentially my future success and endeavors, a launch pad of money. I should be good to go. I hope not to betray myself, and I hope you learn from this tragedy somewhat. I can't say I won't betray myself. Likely, very likely I will, but again. But all you can do in life is just to take best foot forward and continue no matter what happens. You'll just be more prepared in general. That's all you can really ask. You don't have anything else outside of that you can control, so. I didn't mean it to be so sad, but yeah, this is goodbye. I hope you guys learn from this lesson in savings, consistency, self-improvement, And I hope I learned my own lesson too. Goodbye.